Okay, so we have a question right here. The question, they say, three workers on the same job showing the following results over a long period of time. So over a long period of time, we have a result. These are workers, and the first worker is Jeff, Temba, and Renoy. Okay, so this one right here, this is standard. This is variance, because they took the standard deviation and then they square. So if you take a standard deviation and then you square, I'm sorry. I was meant to say variance. If you take a variance and you square root, this gonna give you standard deviation. So when you square root the variance, you get standard deviation. Okay, and what we need, they say calculate the coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation equal to standard deviation over mean. Sometimes the standard deviation you can write as this. That's standard deviation over your mean. But then you must multiply by 100 always. That's how you get the coefficient of variation. So right here, if you can look careful, these, they square something. Means, in other way, this is the variance. That's a variance. So if that's a variance, for you to get standard deviation, which we need, because if you want to calculate the coefficient of variation, we have to say coefficient of variation equal to standard deviation over your mean. Do you have a standard deviation? Or we don't have here because we only have a variance. Okay, so to get the standard deviation, you must square root each of these to get the square root there, so we can get, because these are variance here, those are variance. So when you square root, they're going to give you standard deviation. When you square root there, you're going to get what? Standard deviation. For now, when you square root 36, you get 6. When you square root 49, you get 7. When you square root 25, you get 5. Okay, but if it was an exam and they give here, they say this is standard deviation, there was no need for me to square root. But for now, they gave you square of standard deviation, so that's why I had to square root each of them to have standard deviation. So now these are means, so we have a means already, means at the bottom. So we're going to say our standard deviation. What is standard deviation for the first one? Is 6, because we had to change it from the variance to standard deviation over 25. So standard deviation over mean for gift. So this is going to give us a certain number. We're going to go and plug in the calculator. Okay, so let's plug in the calculator right here. So plug in the calculator, we go to the fraction. But remember, you must multiply by 100. So you're going to say, because that's how you get the coefficient variation. So say 6, and then you come to the bottom, and they say 25, and they come right there, and they multiply by 100. 24. So for coefficient variation of GIFT, 24. So you're going to say for GIFT, you go 24. Now we're going to go coefficient of variation for Temba. So coefficient variation, right here, coefficient of variation, Temba. Take your standard deviation, which is 7, and then divide by the mean. Standard deviation equals 7, divided by our mean, because these are mean. All these row is mean, 24. Remember to multiply by 100. That's how you get the standard deviation, how you get the coefficient of variation. Just like how the question 1 here, coefficient of variation of each work. Okay, now let's get coefficient of variation of Temba. So come to the fraction here. Okay, so we're going to say 7, and then we over, excuse me, sorry, 24. Okay, now get the answer. The answer is going to be, okay, let's put in SD. So the answer is 175 over 6, and then pressing SD is going to put in decimal. So 29.16. 29.16. So I'm going to say this equal to 29.16. Now we want to get the coefficient of variation of the last one, which is Rene. So we take our standard deviation, which is 5, and then over our mean equal to 19. But remember to multiply by 100. Okay, come right here. So we're going to say coefficient of variation, fraction, you go to fraction, and then you say 5, 5, and then we over, 19, 19, and then you come and multiply. Sorry, my apology. Multiply by 100. So this is going to give us 519, and then press in SD, which is going to be 26.315. But if you approximate, it's going to be 26.32 in 2 decimal places. 26.32. It's 26 or 36, I forgot now. 26.32, 26. So now, according to the question here, so this is the phase coefficient of variation, this is second coefficient of variation, this is last coefficient of variation. But for the most of the time, if they ask you this table coefficient of variation, what you need to do, pick up the smallest one. That's going to be this table. Or you can simply pick up the smallest one. In the other way, the other statement that they always say, which is the more consistent. So they might say consistent. Or if it's not consistent, they're going to say stable one. You know, so the stable one, the steady one, which does not change. So which is the smallest among all of them? This is 26 point something, 29 point something, 24. So we see coefficient of variation of GIFT is the smallest one because 24. So, and according to the question right here, you can look careful. They say, let's go to the question here. So we know, and the biggest one we know is the timber, but we don't need the biggest one, the one that's stable. So the most stable one is the smallest one, which is, we say, is the GIFT, which was 24 GIFT. Yeah, it was GIFT, 24 point something. So that's the most stable one. This is the most stable one. Or sometimes they use the word consistence. Okay? So which one is unstable or is not consistent? The biggest one. So what I'm saying, the biggest one, which I think it was timber. Timber was the biggest one, which was 29 point something. Okay? So listen.
If y'all want to reach out, how do we pronounce your name? Let me try.
Mntwana Wabantu.
Okay.
Mntwana
Wabantu. Okay.
Yes, watching here, you know, they can learn from me that, you know, relationship is very, very important. And, you know, sometimes don't look about today. You might scam somebody maybe $1, but you don't know who that person is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the thing too, that for many years I've always been that person to try to link, hook up, pass on, or help people, because I used to know a lot of people, right?
Everyone, my name is Pico. The reason why I'm doing this video is because of Mntwana Wabantu. It's because of the help of Mntwana Wabantu. Mntwana Wabantu is a nice guy who helps people like me who don't afford torture.
And that's exactly what you're saying, is that, you know, these people who are scammers and try to get over on people, and all they're doing is living from day.
Oh, is that Mike? Is that, hold on, it look like some, what's your name, bro, at the bottom right? Mntwana. Right? Mntwana.
I don't know how to say it.
I apologize. My mic was muted. I apologize. I'm sorry.
It's okay. What's up, y'all?
Not much cool. Hey man, I watch you all the time. I just want to give my thanks to you, man. Cause me and my lady.
You said kind of that.
Thank you for giving us clothes. Thank you for looking after us. We appreciate your clothes and your shoes you're giving for us. She does, he give us clothes. We don't have clothes, but he's giving us something. He's looking after us.
Okay, Shamil, tell them, when did you last go to school?
I was going last year. Last time I was going to school.
Which grade was that?
I was grade 9.
That was grade 9. Yeah. That's the last time you went to school. So you know, you can become engineer. You can become scientist, right?
Yeah.
I was also on the street. I think I tell you every time, right?
3 years you said.
3 years old, I was down the streets, okay? So I was just like you, okay? I was also on the street for 3 years. but I came out of the street and that changed my life. Okay, so yo, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Yo, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? Okay, cool. You see, I was also on the street for 3 years. Okay, say hello to the brother, man. This is my brother, man. How you doing, man? Cool. So I got a lot of clothes for you, okay? You remember I told you I was gonna go and get clothes, shoes. I got some food. I'm gonna buy you some food, okay? Huh? No problem, man. Come on, man. You know brother got your back. What did I tell you last time?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Shamil, he said he stopped last year, right? Because